Hey guys, welcome back. Don't worry about my hair. I'm looking a little Gene Wilder here. Hey, let's close this window, yeah? Let's close the window. Yeah, let's close the window. It's too bright in here. He's like, Grandma, you're a bee. Okay, Scorpio. What you guys need to know, what's going on whenever it comes out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my darling. Okay. He's at the window. He's probably like, you're a bitch. Yeah. It's too bright. Alright. Okay, Scorpios. What's going on? What you need to know right now. I don't know why I just heard a fire alarm go off in my head. Prosperity lies ahead. Shot up. A fire alarm. Yeah. An alarm coming in. There's money coming. Prosperity coming in. Let's see. You're starting something fresh. You're starting at the beginning that's going to bring prosperity in, okay? Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. No, dissemination. Yeah, what did I say? Disseminating moon. Why do I feel like I'm saying it right? It's disseminating moon. It feels like this is going to be something like that you've been praying for, hoping for a really long time. Some of you guys might have even like given up, thought that this was wasn't going to happen. And it's finally gonna come in. I feel like you guys are gonna be in for a really big surprise. There's a need to just ground yourself and allow yourself to take a minute to, I heard, be thankful and be grateful, right? I'm honestly seeing one of those, like, like when you're going through some shit and then something comes through that you weren't sure was going to come through or not, and you drop to your knees kind of like happy and grateful, and just, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like, I feel like this is a little bit of a miracle. With meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Yeah, so I feel like with prosperity lies ahead, I feel like it's going to close out some kind of cycle that you've been in. Because we've got new moon in Taurus, and then we got disseminating moon. So that, to me, I'm getting like we're disassembling, it's disappearing, like that whole I'm getting like you're closing out something here because of the prosperity. And then with new moon in Pisces, you got meditate and contemplate. So there's a need to ground yourself because there's a lot of changes that are going to be coming in. There's a lot of movement. Remember, whenever you start something new, let's say you start a new job, let's say you get, even if you like just money drops in your lap, right? A lot of people move. A lot of people, there's a lot of things going on that you are going to be doing. And if you've been in a state of manifestation, there hasn't been a lot of movement, right? But it is something that's new because you do have the new moon here, and then the full moon, surrender to the divine. Yeah, finally releasing and allowing this journey, and trusting that wherever you're going, just, it's time to move forward, right? And I feel like you're going to be guided to exactly where you need to go. And then you have worked through your fears. Yeah, new moon in Scorpio. I feel like you're starting something new, and it is going to be something that's out of your comfort zone, but it is, even if you have fears, again, I said this in Taurus. Are we scared of things? Yes. Do we allow it to stop us? No. No. And people are like, I'm afraid to fail. It's not failing. It's basically you tried something and it didn't work out, but maybe it was that was like a practice run in something, right? And now you're going to move next to, and what you did before was basically helping you get practice for what you're going into now. Even if it's a business, like I told another sign this a couple weeks ago. There's this girl. Her name is Natasha or Anastasia. I can't remember her name. she's really aggressive. Really, she's funny. To me, she's funny. I like that kind of like uh, like darker, funny humor, right? And she did one of her reels on how many businesses she started and how many have failed until she actually took off, and she continues to be a bartender and have like a normal job, even though her platforms have like taken off, right? But she had like a cleaning um business where she did videos of. She did, there were so many. I was like, oh my god, that woman has tried and tried and tried until something finally fit her, right? And that's basically what it is. And all of that was honestly practice for her to basically find her niche, exactly what was going to be for her and what fit her personality, right? But she was trying. She tried and tried and tried, and that girl, she, yeah. Look with the world here. Yeah, like I said, prosperity lies ahead. You guys are ending a cycle here, and then take time to breathe out, because there's a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of passion. There's going to be so many things going on. It's a need to ground yourself, and don't allow yourself to become overwhelmed. Take a breath and take all the beauty in of whatever it is that's going on. Let's say you have your own business and it takes off. Take a moment to be to appreciate. Let's say you're having 2 new clients a day when you hadn't had clients in months, right? um some of you guys could be traveling. Some of you guys could be closing out karmic cycles. um some of you guys could actually be moving as well, okay, with the world card here. But you guys are, I feel like you guys are closing three big cycles here. Yeah. One small one medium one, and then like one huge one that's going to change your life forever, right? Yeah, with meditate and contemplate, you got the 9 of Pentacles. You're going to be financially sovereign. You're going to be able to do things the way you want to do them without having any strings attached to anything, right? Even if you work for a company, it feels like you're moving up into a position where you're going to have the space to have your own ideas, to be able to um creative space, right? It's almost like I don't actually know any journalists. I've only seen this from TV, but so that's what I'm seeing. Like when journalists have a story and they have to travel and they go and they cover the story, but then they do research and they go and have lunch whenever they want, right? Because they're not in an office. They do things on their own time, right? They have a deadline, but I feel like they have that creative space, or creative freedom, at least to a certain point, to be able to get their story right. With artists, they paint and they paint and they paint until they decide they want to, put their art, do a, what is it called when you go put your art on display? I can't remember. I've never been to one of those. So, but I can't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you go to like an art gallery and they have an art gallery opening. I don't remember what they're called, but it does feel like you are going to have the freedom to continue to make money the way you want to. You're not going to have those strings attached, and you're going to be able to do what you want to do the way you want to do it. I even seen somebody that is traveling and working, like like those people that are like skiing or in the snow or at the beach and working like remote. Yeah, those are funny. Like, you guys never said I had to be at home. Like, I'm still working. That's funny. All right, let's clarify surrender to the divine. Yeah, letting go of the devil. With the devil here and death. See? Death with the devil and having the strength. Yep. Surrendering to the divine, releasing anything that is no longer serving you, people, places, things, addictions, a way of thinking, right? Release all those things to the divine. Basically, trust and make sure that you're allowing yourself to be in the highest wavelength, right? And for you to be in that wavelength, you have to be taking care of yourself. It has to be a level of self-love that is on the timeline that you want, right? And if somebody, let's say, is drinking every day and can't get up and go to work, that's not going to work, because when you go into whatever you're going into, yes, it's going to be on your time, but you still have to be on your best health, right? If you're going out clubbing every night, right? You're not sleeping, you're not, it's just not going to work that way. Sacrifices have to be made, and I feel for you guys there's a need to a death, like I said, a cycle within a cycle within a cycle. It's almost like the cycle of not taking care of yourself correctly or enough, right? The devil energy, which could be addictions to people, bad relationships, toxic behaviors, addiction, stuff like that. And then the other cycle would be the cycle of prosperity, right? Having a hard time with getting in the kind of funds or having movement or getting a raise, whatever it is, right? And then I feel like the last cycle is actually going to be you moving into a whole different timeline. And I just saw 1111 moving into your path, right? Yeah. And then strength with working through your fears. With the King of Wands underneath that, yeah, there's a need to just bring your fire, bring that passion, and be passionate about it. Whether you're scared or not, who cares? Allow that fear to turn into passion and excitement, right? Clarifying the world, yeah, you got peace, harmony. There's peace and harmony coming in. There's effective communications. This is what's coming in is going to be fun. Not only is it going to be fun, but I feel like it's going to be fun inside and out. I feel like you haven't had any fun whatsoever, not even in your personal life. I feel like there's collaborations coming in your workspace, but also in your personal space. My cat's pissed off. Hang on, guys. Let me just hang on. Sorry, guys. Cat crossing. Oh my goodness! And I just grabbed my heel with the fucking chair. He is on one today. Anyway, clarifying the Knight of Wands. Oh my God. I cannot wake up, and I've been drinking so much caffeine. But I already know the only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to crash. I'm not even going to fully wake up. I'm clarifying the Knight of Wands. Oh man. He really is like my third child, but he is such a baby. Alright, yeah, the Knight of Wands, yeah, steady forward movement. This feels like it is going to be moving forward, and then it's going to move quickly, right? It's almost like when you start a job, right? And then the first day is like they show you around the building, and then, or the second day you go to like, I can't think of the word. When you go to like to those classes and they have to show you all those videos and you have to, all of that stuff. And then the third day they might show you, where your setup is and that kind of thing. And then little by little you start to take on whatever it is that you're doing, right? So that's kind of what it's giving. But the abundance is going to start coming in immediately, right? Not like I'm not seeing like, whoa, I just got $1 million. No, I'm seeing the snowball effect here, okay? Yeah, but you're like, it's going to be like almost on autopilot. It's like you're going to be just moving forward and nothing can stop it. Yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles, yeah, you've had many false starts, like I said. It's because there was poor timing. The energy wasn't right. Yeah, failure to launch. Basically, there was restarts, or it just didn't go the way you wanted it to go. it just didn't take off, unfortunately. And it is saying that there might have been an experience. And like I said, what is it that we take when people consider failure? It's an experience. You have to experience. You have to just build up experience, right? You can't just go from school to be a doctor and become the best doctor. They go to don't they become like not interns? Why can't I remember my words today? Anyway, they learn as they do, right? And they go to they're doctors while they're learning for like 2 years, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah. Clarifying the devil, yeah. And death, a perfect timing. It's a culmination of things that had to come into play here, right? There was things that needed to be released. There was situations that needed to come into play. Whatever it just wasn't the right timing. But it wasn't like, you can't ever go to a class and learn something and be like, oh, whatever I just learned is useless. No, you're always gonna have some kind of use for whatever it is that you learn. Always. Even if you feel like, oh no, I'm never going to use this, you never know what you're going to use it for, right? But you're going to be unstoppable, and this is going to go the length. This is going to stand the test of time. With past, present, future, I feel like all of that work is going to be caught up. All of that work is going to accumulate. It's almost like you're getting a dowry of everything that you've been doing, that energy, but it's going to work this time, right? So whatever it is that you guys have been doing, yeah, look, resources, finances, investments, prosperous, money, income, yep. Lavish, bodies of water, yeah, large, yeah. It's all starting to move now, Scorpio. It's all starting to move now. And really, I don't feel like you have to do anything. All you have to do, well, once it starts, obviously allow the passion to come through you and help you go through. You should do that with anything in life anyway, though, right? Allow that passion to come out. And I know you guys are a water sign, but I know that Scorpios, you guys have that in you, okay? Everybody should have. The point of when you're healing is that you're able to connect with every sign at any moment, right? I'm a Cancer. In fact, I'm a Cancer stellium, but I come up as an earth sign in readings. I have no earth except for Capricorn in my 8th house, my Capricorn and my Lilith in my 8th house. That's the only earth I have on my main chart, right? Of course, I have Taurus in my 12th house, whatever. But besides that, I'm all air, fire, and water, right? But when I'm working, when I'm doing this, I come out as earth energy because I'm very grounded when I'm doing anything that has to do with what I love, right? And so there's a need to add a little bit of that passion and that je ne sais quoi, that fire, right? Loving what you do, even if it's just for the moment, right? All right, let's get you guys some guidance cards, Scorpio. She who hesitates, do not hesitate. Move forward. Mora, ponder, delay, and confidence. If there's a lack of confidence, listen, pretend. How many videos, I see some videos that are so cringe, and I'm like, these people have like 10,000 views off of what they're doing, okay? Look, pretend, and if not, be confident in being whatever it is that you're doing. Like, you just need to have that confidence that even if you don't get what you're trying to do, who cares? I'll do something else. I'm going to make it work. Shit. Have that confidence in yourself, right? In yourself. When nobody else believes in you, who's the only person that's going to believe in you? You. You always have to be there for yourself at all times, even when it's the lowest, because that's when you need yourself the most. And then she who begins, primavera, launch, activate, potential. Shut up, Scorpios, come on. Yeah, launch, begin, it's happening, it's going to activate, the wheel is going to start turning. You are just about there. It's time to move forward, okay, Scorpios? I love you guys so much. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.